who's an ideal client for you? Like, what are you looking for from a course, from another golf brand? What are you looking for?
I always joke, give me 10 landmans, and it would make my day. Landman. It would definitely be somewhere that gets a lot of public play, that are these destination type courses where people are. I do it when I go. Like I'm a merch guy. I love going and buying stuff. My stuff is it's very well priced. It's got a great I'm sales pitch now. I'm not a sales guy, guys, but it has a great markup for retailers, for wholesales. For people who in the shops and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it would be a landing.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the Whole Story Podcast. I am Jonathan with my special co-host over there, Robbie, and we've got a great guest, Joel Leopard, not Leonard. Apparently, we made a typo in the notes, but we fixed that, fortunately, before we got on air, so no one would even know that we did that. Joel is actually just in between Robbie and I over the river. Joel over in Aiken, South Carolina. He is the founder of Atomic Golf, which, if you haven't found him online, by the end of this, you're going to have to click on everything and go check it out, because he does some really awesome creative stuff on custom ball markers, divot repair tools, and other things that make your golf experience more fun. So, Joel, welcome to the Whole Story Podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited to talk with you.
Yeah, man. So, obviously, you've been around the golf world for a while. On your website, you talk about you discovered golf at 14. So, take us back to that fateful moment on that first tee whenever you realized golf was what we were doing next.
Well, so I grew up like most red-blooded American boys in the South, playing baseball and football. All right, so you're kind of expected as a I'm a stout guy, so especially football, I was expected to do that, and I liked it. It was okay. But then 14, we kind of went and played a little bit at a little place that you might know of called Jim and Lily's in Jackson, South Carolina. Is that not ring a bell?
I've never heard of that, no.
Oh, it's right across the river from Augusta. It's a 9-hole course. It was terrible, but it was where you go play golf for cheap, and it was fun. And my dad took me. We went every now and again, but then I don't know what it was. About 14, I really just – I remember what it was. It really wasn't the experience of golf. It was 1998 because – it was the year after Tiger won, and my uncle, who just happened to get tickets to the Masters that year, he was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to see Tiger." Like I really wasn't into golf, and everybody wanted to see Tiger, and so it was just like awesome. I got to see Tiger, got to see Arnie, got to see Jack, got to see all the legends that were still, Arnie was still alive, obviously, and but it was really cool because we actually had Sunday tickets, and I still don't know how he pulled that off. I really don't. But we had Sunday tickets, and the shot, if you go YouTube, Marco Miro winning putt Masters, we literally watched it at that angle. Like the angle that they showed, because the camera jib was like right above our head. So we watched it, the angle that you see Marco Miro win, and it was kind of a funny story because my uncle, he's from Green Bay, Wisconsin, actually, which is why I'm a Packers fan. We can talk more about that. Packers just got into the playoffs. Let's go. Hey, we're in the playoffs, though. All right, so it doesn't matter how you get there; it's how you finish. All right. So, anyways, he inspired me because anyways. Anyways, we go into the back gate. Then I think it was around 16, and he was like, "We got to get to 18. We got to get our seats down. We We're like running, and I'm like, "This is my first experience." And I'm like, "What is going on? These people are insane. Like, they're nuts running with their chairs, and they put their chairs down." So we get to 18, and he puts our chairs down. And I'm like, "What are we doing? We're just sitting there." "No, we'll just leave our chairs, and we'll come back at the end of the day." So we come back at the end of the day. We had a full day. It was super fun. And we come into the sea of people. And like he's like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, getting down the road to get to our seats, and I'm so embarrassed. You know, I'm like 14. You know, I'm so embarrassed, but it was super worth it because we literally got there like right before Mark Romero walked up and made his winning putt, and that kind of sealed it. I got to see Tiger, all the legends. I was like, dude, I want to check this golf thing out, and I started playing more. And I got really serious about it in high school.
And you were at the most beautiful golf course in the world.
Yes, I mean, I was very fortunate. You guys like stories? Is that what podcast is all about? Okay, cool. So the other part of it too, really kind of with it was, now I'm remembering where we got our tickets. There was a gentleman that my mom, she owns a cleaning service here in Aiken, and one of her customers, he's had like lifetime tickets since like, I want to say the 50s. And he's like an OG. I mean, and I was his like hired help to come over to his house every Saturday and do his yard. He used me for anything. Like he would like do that. And he paid me well, treated me well. He's a great man, Mr. Hanvey. I'll never forget him. But he was a golfer and he loved golf, and he kind of pushed me toward it because he gave us. Now I'm remembering. That's where we got the tickets, and it was really cool because Mr. Hanvey. He helped me get the tickets. That was how we went on a Sunday. Now I'm remembering because we had patron tickets. It was really cool. Yeah.
Did you get to keep those badges, or did you give them back?
No, because they were his.
Yeah.
They were his that were like the badges. So we had to give them back. And I got to go many times. Mr. Hanvey moved toward his family in Charleston a couple of years ago, and I haven't been able to really keep in touch. But he was a really cool man that he made a big impact on me with golf. He was very old school. Like he was very stern. Like if you didn't do a job the right way, he was like, "Nah, do it again. Do it the right way." So it was he was a nice man though.
Well, you being in the Aiken area, Aiken's kind of had an explosion recently, not to use a pun for atomic, but an explosion of golf courses that everybody's talking about. Old Barnwell, Tree Farm,
Yes.
you got the 21 Golf Club coming soon.
Yep.
What is that like being in that area and seeing all this happen?
It's exciting. It really is exciting. I've actually been able to do some work for Old Barnwell already. If you go to my Instagram,
Yep.
It's just Atomic Golf, at Atomic Golf.
Really cool stuff.
That's right.
You can, yeah. Thank you very much. They've been the first one to reach out and to work with me, and the pro over there, Kitty, she is awesome. Their mission's really cool. What they want to do with scholarships and getting girls like residencies. I want to say, I don't want to overspeak, but
You're right.
to learn, to play for the LPGA Tour. In fact, I've talked to the caddy master right now about even getting my 13-year-old daughter in the program this year when she turns 14 to start caddying in their youth program. So Old Barnwell's super cool. Tree Farm, I haven't been out there yet. I'd like to. So if ZB or Drew or somebody wants to bring me out, I would love to come out and see the place. But what they're doing is super cool. I'm super excited it's here. And 21, I might be the most excited possibly about this because my favorite architect, King Collins, is doing 21 Club. And Rob Collins is the man. And we can talk more about him and Landman and all that cool stuff. But he's doing some cool stuff. I feel like he gets overlooked a little bit, but he's not. He's coming up, and he's got some cool projects in the pipeline. So I can't believe there's one of his courses literally right down the road.
Yeah, in Jackson, right? Where you were talking about earlier?
In Jackson, yes. Bringing it all back around.
Not quite the crappy 9-hole.
Not quite, not for those local listeners that know Jim and Lily's, that is beyond full circle. That's like polar opposites. Like it was probably less than it was probably like $15, $10 to play, like 9 holes. And you got your money's worth.
Well, I know you've done work for Sweetens Cove, talking about Rob Collins and the King Collins.
Yes.
I got to go to Landman this fall, and it was unbelievable. And we're supposed to have him on the podcast here very soon. So we're excited to get to talk to him and thank him for what he's done and obviously what he's going to be doing here in South Carolina.
So I got to give a shout out to the Landman crew. Those guys, Fletch and Will, the owner, and Sam Kincaid. They have been so good to me, and that place is just special. I can't explain it. You got to go experience Landman. I talked to them the other day. I got a notification. I got a press release. They sold out their tea times that morning.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's super special. You got to go check out Landman.
Yeah, for sure. If you get the chance, Robbie and I are hoping to maybe go back in the fall this year. I almost said next year, like it's not 2024 already. So
that's kind of what I'm hoping, but man, this is going to be a busy year for me. So
have you played it
I'm
yet?
hoping I can get out. I've been the past 2 years.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So I go out. I typically went out there September-ish, and I was really fortunate. I got to go out the day before public opening. They were, like I said, they were really good to me as a vendor, and got to give a little shout out. We've sold out both seasons of my products in their shop, and they like I said, they've been super good to me. We got to play the course. Me and my brother played it the day before it opened, and it was just me and him on the course in the afternoon. Not a soul.
That's awesome.
And I'm a very faith based person, and boy, I tell you, I felt God, because that place was special.
Yep.
It is special.
I completely agree.
You gotta stop me, because I will spend the entire time talking about Landman.
Well, you need to listen to our episode or watch our episode on that one. I got to go experience, and it was like you said, it was everything you were describing and more.
Yeah, and it's public, which
Yep.
that's the one thing I would love to see happen in the in the area here. Yeah, baby. Mine's downstairs. I got I love it. The windsock.
Yep.
I got the one they did. Did you see the one with all the stickers they did?
Oh yeah.
This past year, I got that one.
Nice.
So, anyways.
Yep.
I want to talk about something other than Landman. So.
Well, you have a quote on your site that you say, there's so many things in golf you can't control, so many variables, but the one you can control is how much fun you have playing. Tell us about that. What does that mean to you?
100%. So I played high school golf at Mill Valley High School here in Aiken County, and was not that great. Let's just be honest. Like, we didn't have a great program, but it was fun. And I was probably looking back. I don't think I ever got better than like a 7 handicap, and I was our number one. It was not great, but it was fun, and we had fun. And looking back, I wish I would have focused more in my teenage years, my early 20s, on golf as being fun. Had I been more competitive, maybe, it would have been something that I needed to take more serious. But especially after high school, when I go play golf, in college or whatever, I still was taking it way too serious. And then I got into my 30s, had kids, you don't get to play as much. You start a golf business and then you never play. But I just realized that, this is like, you're paying money, you're taking time away from your family. Enjoy it. Yeah. Like, enjoy nature. Again, I'm going to go back to the God thing. It's like, I believe God reveals himself to us in nature, and I see just, so much beauty in the game. In getting out there, and I tell you what, if you ever get to Aiken, you got to play Aiken Golf Club in like June. Start at 6:00, and then chase daylight. In the back nine, like 16, 17, 18, seeing the sun go down. Oh my God, it's just so awesome, man. I just love it, and so it's all about fun now. It's not about worrying about how great. Of course, I want to be good, and the funny part is, I actually got a little bit better, I would say. If I played more, I'd be a lot better. But I shot some of my best rounds in my 30s. I never broke par on 18 when I was in high school or college. And then in my 30s, I broke par. Shot 3 under at Aiken.
That's good.
Go figure. Now, I've also shot like 100 at Aiken. So it's just, golf. You got to have fun with it. It goes both ways.
Yeah, we always talk about it's not about how well you play, or even sometimes where you play, but rather who you're playing with. And so,
that's a big thing.
we don't. I know I don't play well enough to get upset about anything other than, the chunk yard. If you chunk your 5-iron like 20 feet, that's a little upsetting, but it's going to happen at least twice, 3 times around, so you might as well just live with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
So obviously you do atomic golf. So you got the explosion on your hat. Before we started all this up, we talked about that you work out at a nuclear power plant. So talk to us about where that came about, the story, the name, the whole deal.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, I live in what we call the Central Savannah River area. And in this area, we have a place called Savannah River Site, which is a old Cold War era nuclear material facility where they made weapons material. They didn't make bombs. They made material for weapons. So think about Oppenheimer, but really a lot of that stuff in Oppenheimer was made at, I think, Los Alamos or one of the other sites. But anyways, my grandfather actually worked out at the Savannah River site for 41 years. He was a reactor operator, ran nuclear reactors. My dad worked out there for 33 years. And I only made it at SRS about 6 years. And then I took a job over on that's government contract. And then I took a job over at Plant Vogtle, which is Georgia Power, Southern Company, a publicly traded company. So I've been over there for about 10 years, going on 11. And I do community outreach and public affairs. So nuclear is kind of near and dear to my family, my heart. And I was just trying to come up with a name that kind of meant something to me, and atomic golf was it. I kind of was bouncing things off the wall. I came up with like albatross golf, leopard golf. Leopard golf kind of sounds, I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't sound right to me because it's my name, but so yeah, that's kind of the story behind it.
Well, Tiger's looking for a new clothing sponsor. You want to throw some atomic golf logos on him?
Yeah, I'd love to. I would not be able to keep up with the business. I'd have to be full time then, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. That dropped today, right?
It did. That's kind of crazy.
Kind of insane, and it's even more insane to think about where's he going. Did he announce that?
I saw some rumor that he might be going to Grayson, but we'll see. Yeah.
Well, JT's Grayson.
Yep.
I like Grayson.
Yeah.
So I like Grayson.
So tell us, what did you first start doing? What was your first kind of project you did with atomic golf? How did you come up with the idea to actually start your own golf business?
So, man, this is kind of interesting. So when I was in high school, I caddied at Sage Valley. They were pretty familiar with Sage Valley, okay? Caddied at Sage Valley during Masters Week. It was, high school students. They were looking for basically bodies to carry bags. And I learned about caddying there. Obviously, I was playing golf, so I know about golf and know how to read putts. And that's the main thing. You need to know yardage and reading putts. And be quiet. And don't annoy the people playing. And hopefully you'll get a decent tip, right? So, anyways, caddied at Sage Valley. And then I just kind of stopped in college. I didn't know I was doing other things. I kind of fell off of golf in my 20s. And I got burnt out in high school and stuff. And then got back into it probably about 10 years ago. I caddied again. And I was able to caddy for about 6 years. I haven't caddied during post-COVID and stuff. We just rent our house out, and we try to rent our house out and stuff. So anybody looking for a master's house, go to VRBO, and they can talk you on. Anyways, so I caddied for a couple of higher level folks at during those years. Kind of got with a member. I don't know if I should really say his name, but anyways, I think you can go figure that out if you go to my Instagram and go back a little ways. But it was really good. I made some decent money, and I'm like, okay, I want to do something. Like, I don't want to just blow this money, right? Or just put it in safe. Like, I want to start a side hustle. That was the big thing, 8 years ago. Start a side hustle. So I'm trying to come up with ideas, and I really got inspired. Be honest, I got inspired by Tyson Lamb. But my big thing being, I also have a background with my full-time job in graphic design. I don't like stealing designs. I don't like being a person who copies or is like, that's just cheesy. Like, come up with original stuff. And so I just took the money I made from caddying and I put it into. Honestly, the first thing I bought was a bunch of stamps. I just was stamping stuff on my kitchen table with blank copper blanks and sledgehammer. Just stop stamping stuff. And then I quickly learned that people don't really care about what you like. They like what they like. They like custom. And so I was able to invest in some equipment that could do more custom work and kind of went from there.
So far, what's been the most fun project that you've been able to be a part of? Because you've got some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard. I really like this last Masters drop. And I've got, if I can pull off it's always about what's in my brain, which is a little scary. If I can pull off what's in my brain and make it tangible, it can turn out cool. I've had some okay that didn't really turn out the way I was hoping, but the last Masters drop was I was really proud of that one. It's a brass ring with titanium azalea filled with epoxy, and then nice smooth finish. That one came out about as close to what I had in my head as what I originally thought.
Those were the ones I saw at Berkman's place. Is that right?
No, I wish. Yeah, anybody from Augusta National, you want to work with a local vendor, American-made products, not cheap junk. Give me a call. So
I saw you do some swords for the Sweetens and the Mac. Was it the Mac?
Macklemore.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, Macklemore is I'm been in discussions with them about doing some more stuff. So hopefully in the spring we'll have some stuff coming out from Macklemore.
So you mentioned working with them, working with others. Who's an ideal client for you? Like, what are you looking for from a course, from another golf brand? What are you looking for?
I always joke, give me 10 landmans, and it would make my day. Landman, and it's somewhere like that. I've had some discussions with Pinehurst. Still trying to crack that nut. It's a hard one, especially when you're dealing with big, gatekeepers, big decision makers, and orders and all that stuff. But it would be a landman. Public golf, a lot of throughput. Like they sold out their entire tee sheet the day it opened, and they had, I don't know, is it like 700 slots or something like that? So, and we've sold out or nearly sold out both seasons. We didn't even have a full season the first year. They did like, I think, September to October play, and through after and just into the spring, like what they had left, they sold out. So it would definitely be somewhere that gets a lot of public play, that are these destination type courses where people are. I do it when I go. Like I'm a merch guy. I love going and buying stuff. My stuff is it's very well priced. It's got a great I'm sales pitch now. I'm not a sales guy, guys, but it has a great markup for retailers, for wholesales. For people who in the shops and stuff. So yeah, it would be a landman type event. Type place.
What other kind of ideas do you have for custom pieces? What's cooking in the back of your brain?
Yeah, I've got the idea for Masters this year, and I'm working on the concept right now. So that one should be pretty. If I pull it off, what I have in my brain, it could be really cool. I'm excited about what I have for Masters in my mind. So, other than that, like I got to give a shout out to Kitty at Old Barnwell. She kind of pushed me to do some custom trophies. If you go to my Instagram, you can see some custom trophy work, which I wasn't really even thinking about, and I kind of just have started doing that, and I'd say like I'm very proud of that work.
Yeah, I noticed that on your Instagram, both that and then the use of negative space. I thought that was really cool with the Old Barnwell and the owl. And the idea that
those are becoming quite popular. I just had a call with a country club that they want to do the same thing with the negative space type cutout. I call them cutouts, but it's the same thing, negative space. Yeah, those they're different, right?
Yeah.
But I will say, like if you get a hold of one of mine, I'll have to send you guys some stuff. But if you get a hold of one of mine, the OG, like the original, it's like just about the size of a $50. It's I think in millimeters now. Sorry guys, like I can't help it because when I do this work now, everything's in millimeters. You see, but it's about 3 millimeters, which is 0.125 inches. But when you feel it, like it just feels different. Like I love the original round. I don't know. I just love coins, so I'm a coin guy. So
that's awesome. Yeah. We asked this to everybody, and you obviously grew up playing golf. You love playing golf. What is your most memorable golf shot?
This is without a doubt. I know this one. All right, so Pine Ridge, Edgefield, South Carolina. Ring a bell for anybody? Okay.
Yep.
For those that don't, it's right up the road. It's north of Aiken County and Edgefield County, Pine Ridge. I was playing a match, Midland Valley versus Strom Thurmond. We were friends with the Strom Thurmond guys, so we're just having fun. It was a match, but we were just hanging out, having fun with these guys. And I hit on number 8. I don't know the distance now. I don't know what it is, but it's a par 3. I hit a Acushnet 5-wood that was persimmon. I kept in the bag. I wish I would have kept that thing. And when you hit it flush, it felt like butter. I mean, like everybody says that, but it literally felt like butter. And it was just a frozen rope. I think I even hit it into the wind, and I get up there, and I was like, it was one of those shots you're like, that's close. And I got up there, and it was like a finger's tip,
A couple millimeters
away from the hole. Yeah, it was a finger tip away from the hole, and oh man, that's the closest I've ever come to a hole in one. It was so close. And then I will say, again, we'll just have to go back to Landman. My last trip this past year to Landman, I walked on Sunday before I flew out, and I went out before anybody else did. I think I started at like 7. And on number 8, it's par 3. We were joking around all week about you can just, and for those that go visit, you take an old putter and play that hole with a putter. And I hit a putter to like 6 inches. And it's not easy to do. Like every time I hit like a 58 on that hole or something, I end up in the bunker or over the back. So I was like, I'm gonna just hit a putter up there. It was close. So
yep, fun little hole.
Definitely Pine Ridge, Strom Thurmond match. That number 8, that was the most memorable so far.
Well, we'll have to ask
some
them.
glory days past high school too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know past high school. I'm trying to think. I've had a couple. I've had a couple of cool hole outs and stuff. Never a hole in one, but I had a hole out. I just dunked it on number 1 time at Aiken Golf Club with I think like a 58 or a 56 or something like that. And if you know number 1 at Aiken Golf Club, it's like the front of it's like a false front that if you miss, like it just come right back. And I dunked it, I heard it. It just in. That's cool.
Well, we keep talking. Jonathan and I keep talking. We need to get over and meet each other in Aiken and play the Aiken Golf Club. So we'll call you up and we'll go play.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I love it.
Yep. All right. So let's go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I still think Aiken is one of the best values in the area. Maybe the state. I mean, it's a great value for what you get.
and just historically, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I love it, man.
Yep. All right, so let's jump into a quick 9. We'll do rapid fire, but you can answer elongate as much as you want. Favorite course that you've ever played?
You broke up a little bit there, but
favorite course, yeah. Okay.
Well, it's just
yeah.
It's not a contest.
Always Landman. Yeah.
Landman. And I would say let's go slash. If I can have a slash.
Yeah.
Sweetens Cove. We haven't talked enough about Sweetens Cove, but it's special.
Yeah.
It's right there. You know, they talk about like portals in the universe where you can like black holes and it goes from like one place here, it's the same place. I feel like they're like portals. They're like sister, places in the universe. It's special. Landman, close second, Sweetens Cove.
I thought Sweeten might be the answer to the second question. So, what course
Okay.
is at the top of your bucket list? And we'll put it two ways because I have a feeling I know the first one maybe a feasible bucket list and then the bucket list.
Okay, so feasible would be, oh man, that's tough. Feasible. St. Andrews. I think St. Andrews would be feasible. That'd definitely be my feasible. And then, like, just anything could happen.
Yeah.
I could get anything I want.
Augusta National, yeah.
Of course.
We had everyone answer Augusta National for like 5 or 6 episodes in a row.
Who's
We
not
had
gonna answer?
this one guy goes, "How about realistic?" I'm like, "Oh, well, you know what? That makes sense." Yeah.
I like the hey, I'm a '90s kid. What is it, McWorld? You can dream.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's right.
All right. So let's say you get on Augusta. Who's in your dream foursome?
Ooh. Dang, these are hard. Y'all did this on purpose. I would say, okay, this is so cliche. Tiger. I'm trying to think of somebody.
You don't have to pick us. We'll take ourselves
Yeah.
out.
That's fine, yeah. You guys pick 2 others.
Jonathan and Rob.
Yes.
Yeah. And I expect to be in yours.
Yeah, deal.
So it'd probably be like Tiger. I'm gonna go. This is weird. Can I bring somebody back from the dead? Okay. It'd probably be the guy who I didn't really talk about this. Mr. Gothier. He got me into golf when I was. So I talked about Mr. Hamby getting me tickets to the Masters, but there's another guy who actually helped teach me golf, and he helped me like with my swing and stuff when I was about 14. So Mr. Gothier maybe. I'm gonna have to go with my brother because he'd probably try to wiggle his way in anyway. So I'm gonna have to go him, and then man, this is hard. Why is this so hard? Arnold Palmer. Can I bring him back?
It's your group, man. And
Arnold Palmer.
you can play at Landman, so you can play with as many really people as you want. So
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
We had one guy bring Tupac. So, like,
Oh,
we had 2 people bring Tupac.
that's right. We did have 2 people, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's epic, man. I wish I could think about that better because I think there's some better answers, but that's good. I like that. That's a good on the spot.
They were both musicians, though. So
Yeah.
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 So, what has been your favorite project to work on with the Tom of Golf? And if you're listening and he's done projects for you, they're all equal and close and dear to his heart. Let's pretend you had to pick one.
Man. That is super hard. Because I try to put as much equal effort into all these projects as I can. I'm gonna say Landman because those guys, they took a chance on me. That was literally like me reaching out. I slid into the DMs and said, "Hey, if you guys need some stuff, I'd love to work with you." You know, they were my first big course. They've been super great to work with. Their team is small, but they're awesome. So probably Landman. Yeah, we've created some really fun stuff there, and hopefully got some cool stuff coming down the pike this season. So
That's awesome. You mentioned earlier you did trophies for Old Barnwell. I've seen you do some for Sweetens. So let me ask,
Yeah.
what is the best trophy in golf?
ooh, I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna go current trophy. I'm gonna throw a wrench. I'll go current trophy and then used to be trophy. Claret jug. I love the claret jug. I think that just looks super cool. And then hand engrave it and stuff. That's just right up my. I can't do hand engraving. I wish I could, but hand engraved. And then I like the old Players Championship trophy. The crystal, when it was like the crystal, I think it was the crystal guy or whatever, or it was like, I don't know, it was the old players. I thought the new one looked dumb, so it actually. Now, I will say, this is a side note, and I know I'm like, this is not part of your question. If you guys ever get to Ireland on a golf trip, go to Waterford, Ireland, and go take a tour of the crystal place, manufacturing place there, Waterford. It's super cool. A lot of the trophies are made by Waterford Crystal in Ireland.
They do the ball in New York, right? That's Waterford Crystal.
I think so. And the National Football Championship.
Oh, that's right.
So, like, I have a picture somewhere. I don't think I posted it on my Instagram, but I'm holding the National Football Championship. They let us, like, hold a couple of them. And I think I sent it to my brother, who's a Georgia fan. Sorry. And I'm a Carolina fan. I said, look, the only time that that somebody from South Carolina will hold the National Football trophy. The only time a Gamecock's going to hold the National Football trophy.
We're coming.
That's right.
Next year's our year, right?
2030 is going to be their decade. 2030 is going to be their decade. This is
Beamer ball.
This is probably my favorite question to ask. Besides maybe your barbecue, which if you haven't been on his Instagram and seen the barbecue, we need some invites to that thing. What is your favorite snack on the golf course?
Ooh, snack on the golf course. Man, if it's good, a good hot dog, a good glizzy on the golf course is just top notch. So if it's a good all beef hot dog, somewhere on the turn, if with some onions and some mustard, a good hot dog that hits the spot.
Yep. All right. You're big into logos and design. Your favorite golf course logo?
Ooh. It's probably one of, man, I'm like, got a bunch running through my head now. I really like, Wingfoot and like Shinnecock. Probably just off the top of my head, probably something like Wingfoot. Like you can look at the design and that stuff, and that's like, you can tell it's old because they probably hand drew everything and then made it into a design. So I love stuff like that. Yeah, kind of old school. Yeah. Wingfoot.
All right. Let me set the stage here. You're the first person to hit your best ball foursome. We're going to say it's a 290 par 4. Are you pulling out an iron? You're the first person, mind you. Are you pulling out an iron or are you grip it and rip it?
This best ball, I'm probably gripping and ripping. And hopefully I've loaded the deck with some sandbaggers, so I know, like, even if I blow it off a planet Earth, hopefully somebody behind me is going to hit a decent shot. So,
that fourth person might be wishing you had pulled out your iron because they're like, crap, now I got to go get my 5 iron and just punch it out there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, final question. What is the dream course to make a ball marker for?
Ooh. Dang. Y'all have great questions. I would love to. So this is gonna be. I know I keep giving like caveated answers, but Pinehurst. I've done like a project for the president of Pinehurst, but we don't have anything in the pro shop yet. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, a little faith there. Pinehurst. I would love to work with Pinehurst. So Pinehurst, if you're listening, let's make something happen.
I mean, they have a year to get in.
Yeah.
What's that?
It'd be a good year to get in.
Oh, this might not be the year. They're probably busy, but if they want, I would love. And you know that those are the kind of things like I would love to. I'd love to explore in the future too, is being able to offer these premium products at these big events. I mean, you know, there's some great competitors that I love in this space. I'm never gonna down anybody else that's, you know, what I would consider competition. It's kind of like the clothes, right? You got the Graysons and the Johnny O's and the Peter Millars. There's some great stuff, and I think they can all kind of sit in the same place or shop or event. I love Seamus. I think they do cool stuff, man.
Yeah. Plus, if you did the Pinehurst, they have just the unique logo for each course, so that would be fun to customize that.
I would love to put a 4 or a 2 on a marker.
They give out the deuce coins. Maybe they need to re-up and redo the deuce coins.
Yeah, or let's, you know, somebody else doing the deuce, I'll do the quads.
Yeah.
I'll get on quad coin. Or we'll do 10. There you go.
There you go. Well, we need to get with you and get some best ball markers. So we'll figure that out.
Go. Absolutely.
Well, Joel, it's been great. Always nice to see someone that's within driving distance. We for sure need to see if we can find some time and space in the spring, get together, hit some golf balls, and break some
Let's
bread.
do it.
This has been a blast. If you haven't already, halfway through this, pause this podcast or YouTube video and gone and checked out all of Joel's stuff online. We're going to make sure to tag it all. Really cool designs. If you're running your little family trophy thing and you want to have something that'd be fun to brag about for a year, hit him up. He can hook you up with some really fun stuff, work together, collaborate, all those types of things. So again, Joel's at Atomic Golf Club. It's atomicgolf.club. In case you're wanting to find it online, and then of course everywhere on all the social media. So for everyone listening today, we appreciate you. If you've missed it over the last couple of weeks, make sure you like, follow, and or subscribe. Give us a 5-star review. Unless you didn't like this, then give us like a 2-star review. But for Robbie and Joel and myself, Jonathan, this has been the Whole Story Podcast.